Welcome to the Virtual Classroom Coach channel. I'm Richard, and in this video we're going to show you how to create your very first virtual classroom in Zoom. Before we start, please subscribe to my channel and press the like and bell button. That way you'll be the first to know when new content arrives. But let's get cracking. The first thing we've got to do is take ourselves to Zoom's website, tap on resources and download the Zoom client. And that way we'll have the Zoom desktop version available on our computers. So choose to download that and install it like you would any other program on your computer. Open up the install and sign into the app. Your interface will look something like this. And we'll take you through this on a future video. For now, let's tap on that big blue schedule button so we can schedule our first ever virtual classroom. And this takes us to the schedule meeting tab. We're going to call the topic the name of our virtual classroom. So let's type that in. Just note that whatever you call it there will appear on the waiting room before people join your virtual classroom. And insert the date. To be sure, you can tap on the calendar view and choose the date specifically. And again, with your time, make sure you're not on AM or PM or 24-hour. Just make sure you know what sort of clock system you're using so you can choose the right time. And again, also make sure the time zone is set specific to your region. You can change it there if you want to. And if this was a recurring virtual classroom, you could tick that recurring meeting button there, and that would populate the information into your calendar every week. As an extra security measure as well, you can choose to have a password that your participants have to enter in order to get into your classroom. For the video, I can choose to have the video on for both myself and the participants, or off. So on this occasion, I'm choosing on for me and on for my participants. For audio, I'd strongly recommend having the telephone and computer audio options. That way your participants can choose whether to actually dial in via a telephone or use their computer audio. It gives them the option. Then you'll see it will generate a calendar invite as well. In my case, I'm choosing iCal because I use calendar on a Mac. Then if you take yourself into advanced options, there's some more options there. So the first thing there is the button where you can enable the waiting room. I do have another video on that, and we're going to keep that ticked on this occasion. Here we can also mute the participants upon entry, which I've decided I'm going to do for this one. And again, we can choose to automatically record the meeting when we start the virtual classroom if we want. And I'm going to leave that unticked on this occasion. And then we'll literally save that and it will appear in our meetings at the top. On the left hand side there, that's where your scheduled meetings appear chronologically. And there we are, that's the one that I've actually just created, Virtual Classroom Champion Masterclass. So I'm going to give that a tap now, and then that will make it active in the main window on the right, which gives me all sorts of options. Let's say, for example, I wanted to share the meeting information. There it all is. So I could copy and paste that into any document of my choice to send on to the participant. And if I wanted to, I could even just press on the copy invitation and that copies it to my clipboard so I can then paste it to whatever I want to paste it into. Now let's just say I've decided I want to make a change to that scheduled virtual classroom. That's where the edit button comes in, and it just reopens that initial window with all my options available for editing. And I've decided I got the time wrong, or I need to reschedule the time, so let's change that now. So easy. And again, advanced options, I've changed my mind in there as well. I've decided I don't want my participants muted upon entry. I want it a nice lively beginning. And we'll come out of there and that has automatically been updated. Now just to show you, if we click on the home button at the top, that takes us back to that main home screen, and if we tap on the schedule button, that brings us up our schedule meeting option. But I want to show you another way you can do that as well. If you tap into meetings at the very top, where you've got your schedule running down the left hand side, you'll notice there's a plus sign at the very top there, and if you give that a tap, that's another way again of creating one of your scheduled virtual classrooms. Going back home there, so again, if you log on and you're thinking, okay, now's time to start my virtual classroom, simply select meetings, choose the meeting you want to start, and then the big blue start button, and it begins. What I'd suggest as well is whenever you finish with the Zoom desktop app, just tap on your account top right and always choose sign out for security. And that's it. You have now created your very first virtual classroom in Zoom. How easy was that? If you've enjoyed this video, please press the like and subscribe button and that bell button below. And please look out for my other content on Zoom and on how to become a virtual classroom champion. Until then, thanks for watching.